if actually when we have that body with executive, it will also come up to having an account. Then so it might not be individualists, they may be having one or two things they are handling based on how God instructed them, like a brother who is taking the scholarship aspect. God can still continue to help him to continue, but when it comes to real intervention, fellowship intervention, we can come from the account and then give back to the fellowship. I pray God will continue to help us in Jesus' name. Then some of the fellowship projects which we are running at the moment, by the grace of God, we started the fellowship restroom project at the back of the church, just the little space we have at the back here. Early this year, the brethren, we talked about it and we agreed on it. The brethren did the digging and then we started laying the blocks. We are still on it. We are not yet through with it, and we are trusting God that immediately we are able to do the slab, we'll erect the building, do the roofing, get the necessary materials into the toilet, and then have it in use for people who are coming around to the fellowship. And I think as at the time we started the project, we were envisaging spending like about 2 million. Is that not correct? All right. Okay, 1.5 million. All right. And with the way cost of things are going skyrocketingly, I don't know how much we are going to spend at the end, but we are trusting the Lord that it's going to be an easy project. We have started it by the grace of God, and we believe God that we are going to complete that. So that is our project, which we are going. Immediately we finish the ceiling work of this place, we started that, and while we are doing that, we are already agreeing on doing a solar system into the church. We are already agreeing on that by the grace of God we want to have like about 5 bulb locations, that in times when we're not going to be using generator, maybe for meetings or for night reading, because some of our brethren come for night reading here. So and sometimes during the exams we power on the gen for them to be able to read. But now with the rate of the price of PMS, that is the fuel, we thought of going for a solar system. And I interacted with one of our brothers yesterday. We have been consulting some people, and we interacted with one of our brothers yesterday. He told us that he's a member of MFM, one of the executives in MFM, and he works with a solar company. And he said in about 6 months ago, he helped the fellowship to install 5 bulbs as well in the fellowship, and it was around that 50,000 as at then. But we don't know what the price will be going for. But we are believing the Lord that as a church we want to have that done this year, so that when our brethren comes for night reading or for 1 or 2 things, without using the gen, they can have the light, and God will help us in Jesus' name. So, and one of our major challenge at the moment is about our sound system. Over time, we've always do one or two. In fact, the last FYB, they gave us a wireless mic like this, which we will be using over time. But you know, some of these things, they might develop faults, and especially because of the fluctuation in the generator and all that. At times there are a lot of issues that come up, and so at the moment now we are almost having a paralyzed sound system in the church. Some of these things we are using, we have to go for them to be able to make this meeting a very good one. So we are trusting the Lord that we'll be getting better sound system with a bigger generator, that especially when we are going for outreach, we can have something of high quality to be able to project anytime we are going to. So we are trusting the Lord. That's one of our mission. Then one of the current projects we are handling at the moment is farm project that we started this year. After the first semester exam this year, we discovered that normally from the welfare pulse of the fellowship, there's always an amount we used to bring out during the exams. We buy things and share within the church and give to brethren. But when things begin to go high, the price of things in the market begin to go high, we discovered that the amount we are having in the church pulse could not care for the population in the fellowship. At that point, I have to run down to our 2 zones, Akoko South Zone and Ikarez South, to seek for assistance. And so with that, we now came up with the idea of having a farm. And by the grace of God, we are having a farm where we planted cassava. We planted some maize, though some monkeys struggled with us and ate most of our maize. The little one we harvested, we share with the brethren, but we have our cassava there, and we planted some few beans as well. So we are doing this to actually harvest and press into maybe gari, then so that when brethren are in need of food stuff, we don't think of going to buy from the market. We can as well share from what we got from our farm. So we have started that, and so some of these things we have been doing over time. So, but I want to stop at this based on what I can still say for now. I want to now bring it to us as a discussion forum. A forum to discuss that if there are things you think we can still do or add to what we have planned that can make the fellowship to be more better, or if there are things you think we want to go for and you think it will not be the best, and you have a better idea of what we should do, I'm bringing this to all our alumni present. Or if there are things we have not think about, and as you are coming around now, you are seeing it necessary for the fellowship to go into, both academically, spiritually, and all that. We have mentioned outreaches, going for outreaches now and all that. So if there's any other thing, or if there's commendation based on what we have been doing over time, we will want to have you talk at this moment. God will bless us in Jesus' name. So please, I want to take it back to us. If there are one or two things you want to say in addition to what you have said. Meanwhile, are we set for that? All right. If you are set, maybe we'll just put it up. We want to take the history of the fellowship based on. Okay. Now, before we go on that, I was being called to, called to order. That is why we say it's good to have an alumni body. You understand? I came in here around 2006, and there are some of our brethren seated who were here before me, and I don't know much. So it was just today. I came around 2016, and I saw one of our wonderful brother, Bro Popo Ola Mankind. That was in 2017, getting us this fellowship anthem. We are going to sing it before we end today by the grace of God. But I was being told that FYB anthem was compiled by the FYB of year 2006, not year 2003, and that was done by the help of Bro Bernard Adebayo and one sister Tenabe Florence. So Sister Florence Tenabe. So I was told that those are the two people that I know that sister Bro Bernard very well, but I can't remember Sister Florence. I will know him, but I will know her, but I may not recall her for now. So that's part of the reason why we have the need of our brethren. In fact, it was just this morning or yesterday, Pastor Suleiman have to begin to correct us on some order of our president, how we arrange the presidents. We omitted almost two people. In fact, the panel president, we omitted him, the person I just mentioned the other time. And so that is the reason why we need these people coming around, so that they can begin to put us through on some things we don't know. But now we just want to bring up that history of the fellowship from the beginning. If there's any of the observation we can see from what we'll be projecting that is not really correct, you can call our attention so that we can edit and keep them in our archive. God bless you. So please, let's come up.
Inevitably, having a clear picture of past events and occurrences can serve as a guide to navigate the present and future. History is like a rudder propelling the movement of a ship. It helps us understand our origins, achievements, successes, and failures. This knowledge of the past enables us to learn from it and creates a desire, consciously or unconsciously, to move forward and improve upon our ancestors' accomplishments.
In light of this, we present to you the documentary of Accf Aaua chapter Akumba Akoko.
The fellowship was established in the year 2000 by Pastor Obeye. Initially, it comprised of 10 to 20 members. Fellowship activities during this period took place in LT 102, belonging to the Faculty of Law.
The pioneer president of the fellowship was Pastor Akinjobila Emmanuel, and the sister coordinator was Sister Shade John Yisa.
After several years of Using the school's LT for fellowshipping, the church purchased a parcel of land for 100,000 from the founder's father in 2010.